Can men and women ever be friends? Well, yeah. In 1989, this film here asked us this particular question. So prepare yourselves, as this film recently celebrated its 35th anniversary this month. Here's my review of Rob Reiner's When Harry Met Sally. Bad Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dewalt, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1989 rom-com of a drama, When Harry Met Sally, originally released by Columbia for Castle Rock Entertainment and written by Nora Ephron. The film stars Billy Crystal along with Meg Ryan, Carrie Fisher, and Bruno Kirby. It follows the title characters from the time they meet in Chicago and share a drive to New York City through 12 years of chance encounters in New York and addresses the question, can men and women ever just be friends? The film was released on July 14th, 1989. Well, actually, that's when it made its premiere, but it made its bigger release a week after that. This film ended up being a big hit and what have you. So, let's get into the story. In 1977, Harry Burns and Sally Albright graduate from the University of Chicago. Harry is dating Sally's friend Amanda Reese, leading to Harry and Sally ride sharing to New York City. Sally is attending journalism school there, and Harry has a job waiting. During the drive, Harry and Sally discuss their differing ideas about relationships. Sally disagrees with Harry's assertion that men and women cannot be friends as the sex part gets in the way. They stop at a diner, and when Harry tells Sally she is very attractive, she angrily accuses him of making a pass. They part company in New York, never intending to see each other again. 5 years later, in 82, Harry and Sally find themselves on the same flight. Sally is dating Harry's neighbor, Joe, and Harry is engaged to Helen, which surprises Sally, as it seems uncharacteristically optimistic of him. Harry suggests they become friends, forcing him to qualify his previous position about the impossibility of male female friendships. They separate, concluding that they will not be friends. 5 years later, in 87, Harry and Sally run into each other at a bookstore and they have a coffee and talk about their previous relationships. Sally and Joe have broken up, and Helen has left Harry for another man. They agree to pursue a friendship and have late night phone conversations, go to dinner, and spend time together discussing their love lives. During a New Year's Eve party, Harry and Sally find themselves growing attracted to each other and share an awkward midnight kiss. They remain friends and set each other up with their respective best friends Marie and Jess. When the four go out, neither Marie nor Jess is attracted to Harry or Sally and instead immediately fall for each other. Soon after, the two are engaged. One night, Sally tearfully calls Harry to say that her ex, Joe, is getting married. Harry goes to Sally's apartment to comfort her, but they end up having sex. Harry leaves the next morning feeling awkward and filled with regret. Their friendship cools until they have a heated argument at Jess and Marie's wedding reception. Harry attempts to mend their relationship, but Sally feels that they can no longer be friends. Now for the ending, you know the procedure. You'll have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen this movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. At a 1988 New Year's Eve party with Jess and Marie, Sally misses Harry. He is spending New Year's Eve at home watching Dick Clark's 16th annual New Year's Rockin' Eve. Before midnight, Harry walks around the city as Sally is about to leave the party. Harry appears and declares his love for her. She claims he is only there because he is lonely, but he lists the many reasons he loves her. Harry and Sally marry 3 months later, exactly 12 years and 3 months after their first meeting. And the film contains several inter- interspersed, interspersed segments of older couples discussing how they met. The true stories gathered by Nora Ephron are reenacted by actors. The final couple interviewed before the closing credits is Harry and Sally in the story. So, what did I think of When Harry Met Sally? Well, though I've only seen the film one time in its entirety, I am going to say it was a pretty nice little film and what have you. I thought it was pretty funny and what have you. It has its moments, but still ends up pretty funny and all that jazz. Anyway, this film made 92 million here in North America and was released to critical acclaim. Nora Ephron received a British Academy Film Award, an Oscar nomination, and a Writers Guild of America Award nomination for her screenplay. The film is ranked 23rd on AFI's 100 Years, 100 Laughs list of the top comedy films in American cinema and number 60 on Bravo's 100 Funniest Movies. In early 2004, the film was adapted for the stage in a production starring Luke Perry and Allison Hannigan. In 2022, the film was selected for preservation in the U.S. National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Now, of course, Columbia originally released this film, but now, of course, Warner Brothers, who actually owns Castle Rock, now has the rights to it. It still did pretty well, despite Billy Crystal was worried that the film would flop at the box office because it was up against several summer blockbusters that were still out at the time, like Batman and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. The film sets at 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, certified fresh, saying Rob Reiner's touching, funny film set a new standard for rom-coms, and he was ably abetted by the sharp interplay between Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Yes, I totally agree with that. Metacritic has a score of 76, and CinemaScore gave the film a rare A+. Roger Ebert, well, the film led to him to call Reiner one of Hollywood's very best directors of comedy, and said the film was most conventional in terms of structure and the way it fulfills our expectations. But what makes it special, apart from the Ephron screenplay, is the chemistry between Crystal and Ryan. In the New York Times, Karen James called the film as an often funny but amazingly hollow film that romanticized lives of intelligent, successful, neurotic New Yorkers and characterized it as the sitcom version of a Woody Allen film full of amusing lines and scenes, all infused with an uncomfortable sense of deja vu. Yep. Plus, a lot of other critics were pretty easy on this here film. Anyway, now I have to give this film credit and what have you. It was pretty good, even though despite I only saw this film one time, but I will say it was pretty good. It does have a score done by Mark Scheinman along with jazz superstar Harry Connick Jr., which actually, the soundtrack, Connick actually won his first Grammy Award. It also featured the soundtrack also featured some others, including not just Mr. Harry Connick Jr., but Bobby Colomby, who was the drummer for Blood, Sweat, and Tears, was a friend of Reiner's and recommended Connick Jr. for giving the director a tape of the musician's music. And well, He was struck by Connick's voice and how he sounded like a young Frank Sinatra. The soundtrack proved to be a big success. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty good. For our cast, we have Billy Crystal playing Harry. I'm going to say he was good, his performance. And Meg Ryan played Sally. She was superb. Carrie Fisher played Marie. Bruno Kirby played Jess. Stephen Ford played Joe. And, well, there's many others and what have you. Now, of course, this film was directed by Rob Reiner, who most people would remember him as Meathead of TV's All in the Family fame. And I'm giving him a lot of credit for doing this film. He did an exceptionally good job. So, When Harry Met Sally, I think is a good rom com. If it hadn't been for this, we couldn't have gotten any other good rom coms in the next few years. If you catch my drift, of course. So, with everything said, the story's pretty good, and so is the cast, the score, the soundtrack, direction, and all that stuff. It's good. So would I recommend When Harry Met Sally? I'd say hell yeah, go for it. This is a rom com you must see. Affirmative. So, what did you think of When Harry Met Sally? You can let me know in the comments section below if you like this video. Click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Next time, I'll be bringing to you my August schedule, plus some pickups. Yes, you heard me correctly, some pickups. So, if you like this, you can check out my reviews for some of these other rom-coms. Or some that have a little bit of a good feel to them. In the upper left hand corner, you can check out my review of Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts. I'm sorry didn't get a picture for it though yet, but or if you want, check out my review of a future rom-com that came out a little over a decade after this, and that's Meet the Parents from 2000. Or if you would like to see something that kind of spoofed this and the latter two films, check out my review of the Twisted 2006 spoof known as Date Movie. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.